Ireland has always been a woman, a womb, a cave, a cow, a Rosaline, a sow, a bride, a harlot, and of course the gaunt hag of bear. Ireland has always been God-written.
Remarks like that, controversial, acute, wounding, have made Edna O'Brien what she is today. Ireland's top-selling lady novelist. Married, now divorced. Banned for many years after her first book, The Country Girls, she became, in other people's eyes, a scarlet woman. Born near Scariff, on the east side of County Clare, a trip to the coast was memorable. It happened only once in her childhood, but she came back, after she had achieved fame, to take part in the filming of her script, I Was Happy Here.
I believe that memory and the welter of memory, packed into a single lonely and bereft moment, is the strongest ally any person can have.
Hello, Jaxie. And you, tell me, how do you like being down here now every day?
I love it when I'm
the further I went away from the past, the more clearly I returned inwardly, picturing meadows, grasses, some animal caught under briars, cuckoo spit, nightfall, and the way the dogs used to wear the paint away off the back door, begging with their bodies to be let in.
Music, do you like music?
I do like it well.
Do you sing?
I used. Well, I sing a small shuttle song.
Do.
'Twas friendship made me sing this ditty. 'Twas friendship brought us all unite. 'Twas friendship made us all quite happy. 'Twas friendship brought us here today. No matter how humble be our station, hearts like ours we know but few. Hearts like ours will cause sensation. Joys were made for you and me. Then happier we all together. Happier we one and all. May we meet with joys of pleasure. May we rise and never fall.
There must be something secretly catastrophic about a country from which so many people go, escape, and the children inherit a trinity of guilts. The guilt for Christ's passion and crucifixion, the guilt for the plundered land, and the furtive guilt for the mother, frequently defiled by the insatiable father. All that scenery, all those undercurrents are too much. The question is not, where have all the fairies gone, but where are all the Irish thinkers?
From her books, it would be reasonable to assume that Edna O'Brien came from a totally deprived West of Ireland background. The reverse was the case. She came of good farming stock, lived in a house which cost a few thousand to build back in the early 20s. Edna O'Brien, the original country girl, the girl with green eyes, a scandalous woman, but yet the Clare girl, described by the critics as a writer who gets closer to the hearts of women than anyone else. Despite her fame, her notoriety, her parents still remember her. almost as a waif.
She was always very cute as a little girl, and would ask you a lot of questions. She was the youngest of the family, and we'd go out, she'd follow me out the fields, and she'd was very quick to spot anything unusual. If there was a strange dog or anything passing, she'd say, well, who owns that dog? I didn't see him. He don't belong to us.
She was a quiet child, a rather sad person, I would think, but a very observant girl.
She was always inclined to write on scraps of paper, tear out a bit of paper out of a copybook, and she'd write little things on it, and she'd hand them over to me to read them. The spelling mightn't be always all right, but the material was good. She had the ideas.
Yes, I think so. Even when she was a child going to the national school, she used to write little short stories, bits and pieces of her own. I think she always had a flair for writing.
Well, I'd say she's very honest, that she writes what she thinks.
No, her books never made me, shall I say, angry or anything like that.
Well, I went visiting one time, and Edna was very small. She was about 3 or 3.5. And she came with me. But we were going up to this man's house, and we met him on the drive coming down. And he said, which of the girls is this? And I said, that is Edna. So he took Edna up in his arms, and he looked at her, and on his arm, he always said, she's a great girl. And she pointed, and she says, Dada, he has a crooked eye. Oh, Edna, I said, you're not to say that. But he has, she says, and the other one is crooked too.
She was very fond of dogs and animals, and I remember once she said, after coming from being out the field, she says, oh, I was admiring those cows. She said, why? I said, what do you see in them? Oh, I think, she said, they are so happy. She said, they have nothing to trouble them. I wish I was a cow.
What'll I say? Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the leaves have fallen. 'Tis you must leave and I must bide them.